Hey lovelies, thanks for stopping by my channel today. I am, of course, very excited for today's video. We're talking Sephora recommendations and my personal wish list. So we're gonna dive into all of the things that I would really recommend and the things that I am deeming worthy of grabbing myself, the things that I'm curious about, and a few I'm still on the fence about, I'm not gonna lie. So maybe you can help me out in the comments down below and let me know your thoughts. But if we haven't met before, my name is Kelly and I'm a professional hair and makeup artist. And here on my channel, I strive to keep beauty real. Real honest, real relatable, and real fun. And so if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. We got a lot to chat about. So we're gonna dive into this. Now, before I get started, I do wanna mention that I did a little deep dive into a lot of the little gift sets or value sets, if you will. That's a video that I have actually really enjoyed doing. I did it last year, I've done one this year, and you all seem to really enjoy it as well. So I'll make sure again to have that link down below. I do have a couple gift sets I'm going to talk about today, a couple that, you know, I'm obviously either recommending or curious about, and because there are a couple that I didn't even notice. There are a lot of gift sets this year. There are a lot, and whether they popped up after I did the video or they popped up and I just never saw them scrolling, we'll get into a couple of those. I'm really just mentioning the ones that really grab my eye. So we're gonna start out with the recommendations, and I'll make sure to have a couple of my previous recommendations videos linked down below in case you feel like we've got similar interests, similar vibes, and you just wanna know more of my thoughts on more products. That will be down below. And of course, also down below, I'll have all of these products I'm talking about today linked for your shopping convenience. If you do choose to shop through those links, if you click and purchase after clicking that link, I will earn a small commission. Thank you very much. If you don't want to do that, obviously that's cool. All right, so let's talk a little bit. If you don't know me, I'm a fragrance lover. I love all the fragrance, so there is quite a bit of fragrance in here. So we're just gonna start off with those. I'm gonna kind of peek through here and see. So this is a scent that I want to recommend for anyone who loves vanilla but wants something a little different than your super sickly sweet vanilla, and that would be the Burberry Goddess fragrance. Now, full transparency, the brand did send this over to me with no obligation to post or talk about it or say that I liked it, but I do actually really like it. It's been one that I've been grabbing for a lot. I actually wore it today. There is just something about this. It's just a nuanced vanilla. It has 3 different kinds of vanilla in it, but I think it's actually the base note of lavender in this that makes it so different, because I think that slight herbal note mellows it out. It makes it a little softer. I don't know if you can have a soapy vanilla, but that's kind of what this rings true to me as. And it's just nice. It's just a lighter but still very warm vanilla. I really have enjoyed this one. So I saw that they had a couple really great sets. Maybe you just want options to have little small sizes. They do have a mini set. So you get the travel spray and then you also get a little mini spray. So in this set, you get a 10 ml and a 5 ml. Now I will say, it's going to be better bang for your buck to buy a bigger size, but this is actually a pretty good value because the 10 milliliter spray is actually $38. I cannot believe that. That's a lot, but it is $38. But so for an extra $1, you're getting an extra 5 mils in this, and you can split it up. And the thing that I love a good little for me and a little for you kind of gift. You know, I gift out things to my friends that I love too, oftentimes. And so it's nice, you know, to be able to get a little and give a little. All right, so this other set, you get a full 1 ounce bottle and also the 10 milliliter spray. So you're actually basically getting that spray for free. So that's another option. If you know you love it enough to commit to this bottle, but you want to gift out a spray, or maybe you are someone who really loves having a touch-up fragrance if you're on the go. So now I'm going to talk to you about the 2 by Rosie Jane fragrances that I talk about all the time. I'm just going to mention them, but we have Dylan and we have Dulce. And so if you are a sweet gourmand, yummy fragrance lover, Dulce is perfect. You have Hinoki, chocolate, and vanilla. And so you get that sweet, rich, it's really yummy. Jeremy the other day, he was like, oh, it's a little smoky. And I was like, I don't think it's smoky. I think it's woody, but this is a really lovely one. Now, Dylan is actually kind of on the other side. It's very cozy, kind of skin-like, I would say. It's yeah, I don't know. It's just very unique. I really like it. The keynotes in this one are cedar, frankincense, and musk. So musk gives you that coziness. The cedar kind of gives it a warm wood feel. I really like frankincense. And this to me is a fairly light fragrance. So it's just getting out of the shower, putting on a cozy sweater kind of vibes. I really like it. Now, you do have the option of getting both the by Rosie Jane Eau de Parfum sprays or the Parfum roller balls. And so if you are someone where you find that like quote unquote clean fragrances don't last that long on your skin, a perfume oil is the way to go, like the roller ball, because that is 100% concentration of that fragrance. It's also a great way to layer. So if you're maybe looking to like cocktail, you have a wonderful yummy scent that you like and you just want to add a little bit of that dulce to it, or you want to add, you know, that like Dylan vibe to another fragrance, you could layer on the perfume oil, spray your fragrance over the top of that, and then it's going to last even longer. So the only downside obviously to a perfume oil is the fact that you can't like spray it on your clothes, you know, because it's in a roller ball and it's an oil. So I will have both the roller balls and the fragrance sprays linked down below. These are my two favorites. I will have them forever, ever, ever. Ever. I have the Dylan body wash in the shower right now too, and I really enjoy that. I don't think that Sephora has the body washes. So the one thing that I will note, and I will do this as I go through, now obviously you get anywhere between 10 and 20% off depending on your VIB tier, which I'll have all the details linked down below. I feel like everybody talks about it in their videos, so we're all there. We're all there. We understand. But if you are someone where you're in that 10 to 15%, some of these, if you're making a slightly bigger purchase where you'll get free shipping, it's a better deal to buy on the brand site. And I think by Rosie Jane had a pretty good deal on Black Friday last year. So I will have the brand linked down below as well in case you want to check it out in case there are any sales. And I have a feeling that some brands are going to be doing sales later this week to, you know, match the Sephora sale, at least over the weekend or something. We'll have to see. I'll be very curious. But I just wanted to mention those fragrances because I love them, love them. They make me so happy and I just have like good scent memories attached to them now. Now, the other thing that makes me happy is getting to try fragrance samples. It's kind of ridiculous. It's definitely a problem. I have a problem. I will very well admit that. Wow. Okay, so I want to talk about a few of these samplers. So you all know that I really enjoy commodity fragrances. I do think that the exploration set is a lot of fun, especially if you are, you know, maybe you're newer to fragrance and you really want to try quite a variety of, I want to say strengths, because the scent spaces is technically like projection and how much a fragrance kind of like fills a room, how many people are going to experience that, but they also add different blends. It's not just like the same, more concentrated or less. It like gets a little more intense, or they like soften it out, whisper it out with different notes in each scent. So it's just a fun way to try a lot of fragrances. I just think that this could be also such a fun like friends event, you know, like if you have a bunch of friends that are into fragrance and you all wanted to try these, it would just be super fun. So the set is $46, which I think is actually a pretty good deal. And again, in here you have a wide variety of scents. If you're curious, Jeremy and I did do a video trying all of these fragrances, every single one of them. So if you not only want to know my opinion, but the opinion of my fiance, I'll have that video linked down below. But I really do like a lot of the commodity scents. So I do want to talk to you about one of the sets that I didn't mention in my other video. Now, this is listed as the Sephora Favorites Perfume Sampler Set, which I think that the other one was as well. So I will make sure again to have these linked down below so that it goes to the link that is the correct one. But obviously you're seeing the picture here too. So this set I think is a great option because it really has, I would say, newer fragrances with a couple, you know, more standby. I think that, you know, these Sephora sets can just be like chock full of fragrances that we've seen in a lot of sets. And I just thought that this was a fairly unique one. I will say that Sephora did a ridiculous job of putting the details in the listing because all they say is Dolce & Gabbana Eau de Toilette, but what it is it's light blue. Again, a classic. Now, Ellis Brooklyn B, that is one that I really like. If you like a boozy honey, like deep sweet, not like candy, sugary sweet, but like that, like, it's not caramel, but you know how that has like more of that dark, rich sweet? This is a nice fragrance. It's also a great way to like add some sweetness to something that you think really needs that. I really like that fragrance. I'm glad that the weather's cooling down because now I can wear it a little bit more. Another one that I think works for a lot of people is Juliet Has a Gun, Not a Perfume. So this is a very like molecular light scent. It has that very like airy quality to it. I think that this is great for a person who wants a little something, but, you know, doesn't like to wear super heavy fragrances. But this can also really just help make a fragrance that you already like more unique, you know, it just like helps add a little bit to it. So I really do like that one, and it is a pretty good value. You know, some of these fragrances I would really recommend, especially if you're buying it specifically because you like one of the fragrances inside, check the full size value versus what the bag cost is, because sometimes it's a really great value and sometimes it's like, oh, this is almost the same. And then that way you're really able to see like how much of a deal you might be getting on this, especially if you are someone who is in the more like 10 to 15% range. You know, sometimes you might be better off holding out for a Black Friday deal if you know a fragrance that you specifically want in case a site has 20% off. Fragrance sales are a little harder to find, but you can find them sometimes. So the replica scent that they've put in here is On a Date. I personally really like this one. I think this is one that is going to be hit or miss for a lot of people. It has a bit of patchouli in it, I believe. It has currant. It's deep sexy, and I personally like to like spray it on, and then about 5 to 10 minutes in is when it really settles in and I start to enjoy it more. It's nice. It just is one of those like, it's definitely a fragrance. You know what I'm saying? So that's one that, the one nice thing about this is you'd get a sample of it, so you're not having to do a blind buy if the notes sound like something you would enjoy, especially now that Sephora like doesn't really give out fragrance samples. So it's a great way to be able to get that one in case you do like a lot of the replica fragrances and you wanted to give it a go. I bought it in the last sale or the last holiday sale, I think, because it was in another Sephora favorite set. Now the Seven Virtues Santal, I believe this is the Santal Divini perfume, but it's not listed on here properly. So I actually smelled that one when I was in the store the other day because my friend Kara from Beauty and the Frizz was talking about it in her video, and I was like, I tried it and I personally get a lot more of the like sandalwood side of that and not as much of the vanilla, which is great. It's a nice fragrance, but I have so many sandalwood scents. I have so many sandalwood scents. I really do not need to get another one. So it's just a pass for me. But I do think that a lot of people would enjoy that scent. Another one that I want to talk about is the Sephora Favorites Clean Perfume Sampler Set. I am not one that, you know, like clean can mean so many different things to so many people, but there are a couple scents in here that I really enjoy. I do have this one in my cart for right now because there's one scent in here that I'm like, I like this scent and it's a great deal. I'll get into that in just a second. So there is a By Rosie Jane fragrance in here. I love the brand. This is not a fragrance I like though. It's rosy and I just feel like it's going to be a miss for a lot of people. It's definitely like a floral, only I don't even know what's in it. I got the sampler of scents. That's how I kind of like fell in love with the brand, and I was like, this is not one for me. So it might be for somebody, but it's not for me. I was a little bit bummed when I saw that that was the one that's in here. So Clean Reserve Sparkling Sugar. I will say that this is a good deal if you like this set. The clean fragrances I think are around 110, and so that's going to be a really good deal. It's, you know, it's a nice scent. It's not one that like to me is like overly unique, but I think it's one that would be, if you're buying this as a gift, it's like one of those like safe scents, you know? Here's the one that is definitely not safe, 100% not safe, but it's the one that I am very intrigued to possibly get. That's the Commodity Gold in the bold version. So I have a full size of the regular gold. The bold version is like an amped up, super sexified. Surprisingly, it has patchouli in it, which usually isn't something that I like, but it does make it more sexy. It leans into the spiciness of the scent. It's really nice, but it is a stronger one, and it's one that I think has to be for a person who likes their fragrance to have a lot of personality. But I like that it's in here because it's an incredible value. I think the full size is like 115 around there, and so you're getting a really good deal. Hold on, correction, it is not 115, it's 145. It's 145 and you're getting this set for 85 plus whatever discount your tier gets you. That's a really good deal. I did spray this on. Okay, so if you have tried Burberry Goddess and you liked it, but you want something that's like really badass, I would say that Gold Bold is going to have that. It's like that badass, like amber, vanilla, spicy, sexy. Yeah. And so you could get a badass for $65 off. Oh my God, that's a great deal. I'm probably going to get this one. I'm not going to lie. Okay, it's just such a good deal. Okay, so the other one, we're on vanillas here. I bought this set last year because it had Dolce in it. Does it still have it in here? Let me look. Yes, it does. So this set does have the Dolce Eau de Parfum in here. I think the set last year had the oil in it, which was a much better value. I won't lie. So this one, if you are wanting to try Dolce and you don't want to commit to that, this would be a great way to be able to try it. I will say that because in here you get samples of that fragrance from By Rosie Jane. You also get Ellis Brooklyn Vanilla Milk. I did not like it. I did not like it. It was a little funky. It was a little funky. You have Skylar Vanilla Sky, which I think is just like a nice basic vanilla. The Seven Virtues Vanilla Woods. That is a nice... It wasn't special to me, but I could see some people really liking that one. And then the other thing, which I think is really fun, is the little tiny tin candle from Voluspa. It's the Tahitian Coconut Vanilla. So when you go to redeem it, you can either get the jar candle or you can get the travel size spray of these fragrances. So I think it's a really nice option, a beautiful gift. If you have a vanilla lover in your life, I think they would freak out over this because they're going to enjoy trying all the nuanced vanillas. They're going to get a great candle. I think this is great. I think it's a wonderful gift. It's $30. Some of the scents in here are about the same price as that $30, so you're not necessarily saving. Some of them you are saving, but some of them you're not. But just this like variety set, you get the little candle, which is fun. So I think that this is a nice one. I might get this as a gift. I might get this as a gift. Undecided yet. Okay. Do we have other fragrance stuff in here to talk about? No, we do not. That's probably enough, don't you think? If you want to know about more fragrances, I'm sure I have them in my other recommendations videos. So now let's talk a little bit about skincare. So I don't have a lot in here because I've talked a lot. I have a lot of recommendations on skincare. You probably all know my loves anyway, but I saw this one, and the reason I wanted to talk about this is it's a great value, and I think this would be an amazing gift if you wanted to give someone an incredible skincare gift set and you don't really know what type of skin they necessarily have, you don't know what their issues are, or they really don't have much of anything and you're wanting to start them out somewhere. I think this Kiehl's wrapped gift box would be amazing. This is a $227 value and it's $125. Now, in here you get a couple of my favorites. So you get the Ultra Facial Cleanser, love it, have used it, have gone through many bottles of it. You get the Rare Earth Deep Pore Cleansing Mask. Now I haven't tried that one. I don't know how that would be for like really dry skin, but even like as like a spot mask if you're feeling congested. Now you also get the Retinol Skin Renewing Daily Microdose Serum. A retinol serum is really something that just about every skin type should be using. So I think that that's great. You also get the Powerful Strength Line Reducing and Dark Circle Diminishing Vitamin C Eye Serum. So an eye serum is really nice. I love vitamin C in my skincare. I think that that would be another great option. And then you get the Ultra Facial Cream, which is just such a beautiful hydrator. Like, it's really nice. I think if more than one of these products doesn't sound up your alley, it's probably not worth it. Like, unless you can gift it out to other people, or if one of these products you're going to give it as a gift and you feel like one might be a miss for someone, it might not be worth it. But I do think that this is just a beautiful skincare box. Like, if I didn't have a cabinet back there full of skincare and someone got me this, I would be super excited. I would be so excited. That being said, Kiehl's also tends to do sales around the holidays, at least 20%. And a lot of times I think you can get good gifts. But the only thing is usually, you know, we have free shipping minimums now. So if you're going to get this box, if it's available through them, like, that would be great. You'd definitely probably hit that price point. But if only, you know, let's say one or two of the products in here sounds really reasonable to you, then it's not really worth getting off of the Kiehl's site. But I just saw this box and I was like, this is a great one. If you're at Rouge, I think, you know, you could get it now at probably really close to what Kiehl's might be doing. But if you're lower than that, this is a great way to get skincare at a good price if you check out the Kiehl's site, which I will have linked down below. Okay, so what else did I have for skincare? So here is one that I am going to recommend, but technically haven't tried. So the Pharmacy Tea Harvest Green Clean Trio. I talked about this in a Will I Buy It. I want this. I want this so bad. I want this so bad because the scents in here sound so good to me. They sound so good. I'm sort of torn because I have some up there right now, the little travels from the last holiday set. And I'm like, but these are just, they sound so good. You get warm vanilla chai, wild raspberry, and chamomile rose in the Makeup Melt Away cleansing balms. So it's $49 for this set. I think that this would be a wonderful one to split up into gifts. Like this is nice. And I really do like this cleansing balm. It's still one of my favorites. I know it's like a very well-known one, and sometimes I think it's just what people use because it's just what they're using, but I really do like it. Now, I will say, if you are like me and you love yourself some pharmacy, or if some of these pharmacy products sound really good to you, I would hold off. I would hold off because pharmacy usually does great sales around the holidays. So that is one thing. But if, you know, you're just looking for some cleansing balm, you might want to get it now. So let's just go ahead and we're going to knock off all of these pharmacy products. Today, as I was driving to work, I was just like, you know what? I really do like the pharmacy products. I think for what you get, they're, you know, fairly priced, and I really enjoy them, and I don't hear them talked about that much anymore. You know, so much new stuff has come out, but sometimes the classics are where it's at. So the Pharmacy Honeymoon Glow AHA Resurfacing Treatment. This one I really like. It's an exfoliant that I just really enjoy. I think it's also hydrating, and it's one of the more, I guess I should say it's one of the less extreme exfoliants that I've tried. So I think that if you are newer to liquid exfoliants, to a chemical exfoliant, this would be a nice place to start. So that one is $60. The other product that I really enjoy, and I'm almost out of, I'm not gonna pick it up right now, and I'll tell you why, but I really enjoy the Pharmacy 10% Waterless Vitamin C Serum. This is, at this point, probably my favorite vitamin C. I also really like the Paula's Choice C15 Super Boost, but that one is like 100% liquid. And so I'd like something that has a little bit more like spreadability, and I'm not worried about it like running through my fingertips. So I really do like this one. And I think $50 for a vitamin C serum is pretty reasonable. I like that it's an airtight packaging. That means, you know, it's not going to be degrading as fastly. So I really like it. It's great. Wear it every single day. I'm almost out. But like I said, if a couple of these sound really good to you, I would wait for the brand sale. I also will be trying to do a like random Black Friday brands sale video as we get closer to then. So let me know down below if that sounds like something you'd be interested in. If I do get a lot of interest, I think I will probably try to do that. I'll try to find the time, you know. Holidays for hairdressers are crazy, but I will try to find the time for all of you. Okay, so let's talk about it. We're gonna talk about the Dr. Dennis Gross Faceware LED mask. I've had mine now for, oh my gosh, we must be going on 3 years. We must be going on 3 years. I really, really enjoy this mask. The thing is I think that this year their holiday set is a great deal because for $455, which is the cost of the mask alone, you get extra skincare that's worth a total of $606. I also think that it's really fun that you get this like limited edition fuchsia, they're calling it magenta, like mask. This is just fun. I'm like, ooh, I would have loved to have gotten like this color. Granted, mine has rose gold on it, so I like that, but this is great. I really find that the red and blue LED lights have really helped my skin, and I notice when I don't use it for a while. And I think, you know, I talked about it a lot when I was like having a lot of maskne problems and I was worried about scarring and all of that, and I found that it helped clear that up a lot. I also find that when I don't use this for a while, I just notice that my texture isn't quite as bright. It just seems less vibrant. It seems less smooth. So it's just like, oh, I'm just not having a great face day, you know, like, so I've just found that this has really helped my skin and I enjoy using it. Now's a good time. You know, 20% is about the highest. I have seen it in some sales for 25% off, but with this extra skincare, I think that this is a really great deal. Now, what you're getting in this kit along with the Faceware Pro is what they're calling a collagen supporting and wrinkle fighting kit. So I think that this goes great with those issues that I was having. You know, I mean, obviously the acne, although some of the ingredients in here are also great for acne, but it's like just that like that skin tone, that, you know, like youthful skin look that I want, that I think we all want, let's face it, this is supposed to help with that. So you get the 2-ounce Advanced Retinol and Ferulic Intensive Wrinkle Cream. You also get 8 pads in the Advanced Retinol and Ferulic Overnight Texture Renewal Peel and Ferulic Triple Correction Eye Cream. I think that this is a really great deal, and I've had really good luck with the Dr. Dennis Gross skincare that I have used. So again, I think that this is a good one. If you have been considering this mask, and you have issues in fine lines and wrinkles, texture, breakouts, even like scarring from breakouts, retinol is one of the only ingredients. In fact, it's the only ingredient that has been proven to help reduce the signs of aging, to actually help boost that collagen production. So I also find that it just works really great for skin that has a lot of texture. So I'm just going to say it here. It'll be linked down below. I love mine, no regrets. If it broke, I would go out and buy it immediately because I love it. Okay, I could go on and on about skincare, but I just find, really, I haven't tried anything new that has been wowing recently. And truly, when it comes to skincare, like, you give me a new mascara to try, I'm going to be all on it. But like with skincare, sometimes I'm like, but I found the good. I'm good with what I have. I don't necessarily need to like run out and try the new thing, which is probably why I have this cabinet full of skincare, because I just keep getting the things that I know that I really like. So I just like what I like. So again, I've just talked about the same products over and over again, but these are ones that I really wanted to highlight. Okay, so now let's get into some of the maquillage, shall we? Some of the makeup. So I was just talking about mascara, so we might as well talk about mascara. The one that I just still really love and will always have a tube on hand of is the Tower 28. Like, I just really like that mascara. I feel like it lifts, it separates, it holds a curl. The brush isn't ridiculously big and fat. I hate that. So I really like this mascara. I wish that Sephora had the brown in stock for the sale, but right now it is the brand site exclusive, because I really love a good brown mascara every once in a while. But for $20, if you are Rouge and you're getting 20% off, that really takes it almost down to drugstore price. I'm telling you, like, drugstore prices are getting ridiculous. Mascaras are like $15, y'all. So, like, this is a good deal. So I really like this mascara. I think it does a great job. I don't have to use a chisel to get it off, which I also appreciate. So I do really like that one. Okay, I can't believe that I'm talking about a Too Faced product on my channel. Like, honestly, it's just not a brand that I align with at all, really. But last sale, I think it was the last sale, I did try one of the Hangover Pillow Balm Ultra Hydrating thingies. It's so good. It's so good. I have the mango shade / scent. I think that I would probably stick with that, or possibly get the Watermelon Kiss, which is more on the pink side, or the like original kind of like nude color. The thing about this is it just feels balmy, velvety, soft, not sticky at all. It has zero stick. I also just really love that it is a lip balm that is in a tube, like in I want something that's either a squeeze out or that comes with an applicator, because I like to keep one in my car at all times. And in Wisconsin in the summer, you can't be having a roll up. Like, it is going to melt. It's going to be in the cap. You're going to cry. It's going to make your car a mess. Like, I don't like that. So I am very rarely buying like roll up balms anymore, because they end up in my pocket or whatever, and it just ends up being a hot mess. So this is one, if I needed one, I would be repurchasing. I don't need one right now, but I really do like this. You all know that I also really enjoy using the City Lips Clear as a lip balm, because it just is, I just feel like it's so nourishing. It does make my lips feel a bit more plump, but it doesn't have like a cooling thing. I will say, by the way, the Hangover RX Pillow Balms, they have a light cooling. It's not like overly tingly. It's not spicy, but they do have a little bit of a cooling effect. It's about like half of what like the Buxom ones are, which I really kind of like that effect, but I know that that's not for everybody. But this, I'm getting back on track. So the City Lips, the clear that I really like to use from City Beauty, that is glossy. It's glossy, whereas this is just kind of like a nice balmy texture. It just has a beautiful like silky satin feel to it. They're so nice. They're so nice. Right, I do want to mention a couple products from Charlotte Tilbury. I wanted to talk about the Superstar Glow Kit. Now, I did talk about this in that value set video. I do think that this is a good value if you haven't tried the product and you want a couple different colors, because you do get less bang for your buck as far as the amount of product, but the fact that you get 2 small sizes to try out is great. I love these wand products. Her contour wand, I'm just going to say it right now, her contour wand is like my #1 contour of all time. I actually really wish that they had done a set with like contour and a highlight. You know, you could do a set like for deeper and lighter skin. I think that that would be really nice, but she did not do that. But I recommend both of those products from Charlotte. What else is on here? So the Givenchy Le Rouge Interdit Cream Velvet Lip Colors. I talked about this recently. I got one through Influencer. So I was sent it to review and I gave it a stellar review because I just loved it. I just loved it. That is exactly what I was hoping the Lisa Eldridge Velveteen lipsticks would be. Like mattish, but not, I don't know, they just have a nicer feel. They have a more hydrating feel. They feel a little bit more plush on the lips. I liked the color that I got. I actually had this in my cart. I had another color in my cart. And when RMS sent me, well, I bought one. So when they sent me a couple shades of the Legendary Serum Lipstick, not the same product by any means. One's a liquid lip, one is not. But the RMS wears down to a stain, and it's also just so lovely. And I'm like, well, now that I have these, I just can't possibly fathom buying another lip, especially because matte lipstick, I just tend to not wear as frequent. So I have my Givenchy, I will enjoy that shade, but if you like a liquid lipstick that dries down to a soft matte, not like a chalky matte, and something that's relatively long wearing, but it's not bulletproof, but I think that anything that is comfortable is going to be hard to be bulletproof. This is lovely. I would definitely recommend it. They're $42. That's a little hard. That's a little hard in the pocketbook, but I like the formula a lot. I think this is probably my favorite matte liquid lip formula I've tried. My only bone of contention, other than the price, was the applicator. I wish it was just a smidge more precise because it's a little flocked on the edge, but in the more nude shades, I don't think that that's really a big deal. And if you wear a lip liner with any of the shades, it's not a problem. But yeah, I'm really tempted, but I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off for now. The Rare Beauty Mini Blush and Glow Kit. These are such a good deal. For $34, you get the 4 minis. It doesn't seem like a lot of product, but a little goes a long way. So this is great to give as a gift. You could break it up and put it into little gifts. If you haven't tried the blush or the highlight formula, this is a great way to try a few options because it's going to take me forever to go through. I thought I had it out. It's going to take me forever to go through my full size highlight. Oh my gosh. So this is the way to go. I think it's a really great deal. I think that these probably sell out every single year because everyone knows they're a really great deal. All right. Can we talk about a product? I am going to recommend this product to you, but I haven't tried it. I swatched it in store with not high hopes. And I just fell in love. The Fenty Beauty Shadow Sticks Longwear Eyeshadow Sticks. I was curious about these, but I've just been underwhelmed with a lot of the Fenty stuff recently. These shadow sticks. I swatched them in store. I swatched the shimmer that was on my wish list, which is Copped That, which is the copper shade. And then I swatched 2 of the mattes. First of all, let me tell you, it took a lot to remove those off the back of my hand, which is always a good sign. It means it's going to be pretty long wearing, but also the dimension, the sparkle, the beautiful shimmer that the shimmers had, that copper shade, let me tell you, it's in my basket. I am getting it. So I'm just going to go ahead and shoot for the stars here and say, if you want a beautiful dimensional shimmery eyeshadow stick that's most likely going to last a really long time, you can get one of these. $25. I think that, you know, for a Sephora brand, an eyeshadow stick, that's probably on par. I'm also tempted to try one of the matte shadow sticks because they were so long lasting. I just have so many liquid shadows that I use, and usually when I'm using a shadow stick, it's more so as a base and then I put my shimmers over the top. So I might skip for now. I might skip it because if I was going to spend another $25, I should just get another one of the shimmery ones. And I have so many liquid matte shadows to use, so I think I'm going to skip it. But if you're looking for a really long wear one, I would definitely recommend it. I swatched in Big Truffle and Come and Get It. Yeah, and both of those were beautiful shades. So highly recommend. Okay, so let's just talk about Danessa Myricks. I have lots of Danessa Myricks on my loves list. I truly do. I am going to hold off on most things for now. And that's because I have so many things that I do want to get from Danessa that I think it's worth waiting for her next holiday deal, because I think usually she does 25% off. So I'm going to hold out for that extra 5% for most of the things, because there's nothing in here that I'm like, oh my gosh, I need this right now. Like for instance, the Rosé and Brunch Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Flushed. I have 2 of them. I swatched the Rosé and Brunch in store and I really liked it. Oh, by the way, that is what's on my cheeks, not Rosé and Brunch, but it is Jubilee. This is probably, if you haven't tried any of these yet, if you like a good warm pink, like warm, hold on, I'm just gonna grab it. What am I even talking about? It's like, it's not a pink, it's not a terracotta, it's like a mauvey terracotta. Is that even a thing? I don't even know, but this is a beautiful shade. So if you like a warmer neutralized shade, I would go with Jubilee. If you like something that's a little neutral or cooler, I would go with Rosé and Brunch. All of the shades seem so beautiful. I have another one as well, and I can't remember what that shade is. Prima Donna. I have Prima Donna. So beautiful, beautiful texture. I honestly can't think of a single person that wouldn't enjoy this, because they go on really nicely. They're not super shiny. They're also not super matte. So I think that they live in an in-between that a lot of people can enjoy. Yeah. All right, really quickly, I want to just give a nod to a couple foundations. If you are maybe like thinking now is a good time to try out a new foundation, I have 2 that I just go back to all the time. I mean, you all know that I love my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue, but that really is just a tinted moisturizer. If you want a really good tinted moisturizer, it's amazing. I've gone through probably a dozen tubes at this point, and I am not kidding. I love that one. That's not what I'm going to mention here, just because I think that it's a little lighter coverage than some people would want. The 2 that I'm going to talk about are the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. That is beautiful. It is so beautiful. You can sheer it out. You can build it up a little bit more. It is on the skin finish to glowy side of things. You know, it's not matte. So if you like matte or, you know, satin, this is a little past that, but it just looks so beautiful on the skin. I love it. It's so nice. So that one I would definitely recommend. The other one is the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. That one is a click down from the Haus Labs as far as glowiness. It does also have a bit more coverage than the Haus Labs, but I tend to sheer it out actually quite a bit, or just use it to like spot on and then like blend into my skin. The finish of this is amazing. If I'm gonna be doing a video for Paul Mitchell and I know that I'm gonna be under hot lights, or you know, anytime that I just really want my skin to look great, that is the foundation I'm gonna use, because the finish of it just looks gorgeous and it doesn't get too glowy. At the end of a long day, I'm gonna get really glowy and it just doesn't translate as well on film. So it just kind of depends on what finish you want. Neither of those are new. They might not be exciting, but they are the ones that I really love. And if you're looking for a great, great tinted moisturizer, the Bare Minerals. Okay, do I have anything else on here? I have so many things on my loves list, but I think that gives you a good little range of products, right? We've got some eye, we've got some lip, we've got all sorts of things. So let's move over into my cart, shall we? Okay, so this is what I talked about in that set video, and I said that I've got it in here. This is the Makeup Forever Mini Artist Color Pencil Lip and Eyeliner Set. This has 5 minis of very well-known shades from the brand. I have never tried them. I don't know who I am, but I've never tried them, and I'm just really curious to try this, especially as like a lip pencil, but I just am very intrigued. And I thought $35 for 5 minis, and I was like, oh, this is a good way. It's a great way to be able to, you know, try this formula. So I do have that Clean Perfume sampler set in here because I'm really thinking I'm gonna get gold. We'll have to see, we'll have to see. Now, I just spoke about the Haus Labs foundation. I am definitely 100% going to try the Triclone Skin Tech Concealer because I just love the finish and like the feel of the foundation. I had to try. I had to try the concealer. I didn't get it when it came out because I actually have more than enough concealer to last on my face right now, and I knew I could wait for the sale, so I'm going to do that. The other product I have in here, because of Colin from Queer Bones, is the Haus Labs Eye Library eyeshadow palette in the Super Neutral one. I had no interest when these palettes were announced, I look at the color story and I was like, cute, but not a need. And then Colin sent me a picture on Instagram, or a video on Instagram, and they just had the prettiest eye look on. It was like coppery, sparkly, warm, toasty, yummy. And I was like, all right, I have to go in store and swatch these shades. And they were just really impressed with the formulas. They mentioned that it was maybe kind of similar. The mattes were kind of similar to the Lisa Eldridge, and my ears perked up. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe. And then I got in store and I swatched the shimmers and it was done. I was like, click, add to cart. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Anything unique to my collection as far as color range? Probably not, but I'm very curious to try these formulas, and the little palette, you know, it's enough for me. You have, let's see, you have 3 shimmers and then you have 3 mattes. So I think that that for me is about as mini of a mini palette I want. It's $49. That hurts my soul a little bit, but now's a good time to get it at the sale. I thought about waiting to see if Haus Labs does a really good like holiday promo, but I'm just gonna get it now. I'm just gonna get it now. Oh, this is one that I probably should have said was a recommendation, but the Slip Silk Scrunchies. Listen, if you are trying to protect your hair from, you know, friction, from breaking, actual silk scrunchies are the way to go. Not satin, you need the silk. Trust me, it's worth the price difference. So they have like the little skinnies, they have the little minis, they have the like big fluffy ones, the ones that are like slightly below that. They have all sorts of ones. I have a set here. It's the Pixie Super Set. So you get 2 Big Daddies and then you get, it looks like 5. It looks like 5 of the like skinny ones. So I plan on putting a couple of these into the Christmas ball at my family's holiday thing, and then I will keep a few because these are the only scrunchies / hair ties that I use. The only ones. Okay, the other Danessa Myricks products that are in my cart right now, the one that I'm absolutely going to get right now because I'm just worried it's going to sell out is the Yummy Skin Best-Selling Blurring Buddies set. So this has the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm in the new shade It Girl, which I think is limited edition, but I don't know for sure. But then the other thing that's in here is a small size of the Universal Blurring Balm, which I really love as a primer. I think it is just a beautiful product. So because I have the full size, I will probably like gift this out or something. It's not something that I need, but I could actually see keeping it for myself as a travel size to throw in my makeup bag just to have at all times. I don't know, we'll see, but I'm gonna get it now because I could see it selling out. I'm sure that Danessa has it on her website, but again, I'm just afraid it's gonna sell out. So the other Danessa product that I have in my bag right now that I am going to hold off on for her brand sale is the Yummy Skin Serum Tint Foundation. I love a good tinted moisturizer. I love a good sheer foundation. I have heard really good things on this. I'm just tempted. I love almost all of Danessa's products, so I just can't help myself. And if I could get it at around 25% off, I think that that would be a really good deal. Now, the other product that I have in here is a bit of skincare. It is the Paula's Choice 25% Vitamin C plus Glutathione Clinical Serum. So, like I'd mentioned, I love the pharmacy. I actually really like the Paula's Choice C15 Super Booster, but it's so darn liquidy. So this is more of like a lotion texture. I don't think it's quite as high of a concentration as the Super Booster, but that's okay. I think the texture of this is worth trying to me. It's $62. You know, it's more expensive than the pharmacy one, but I'm just curious. I'm just curious to try this one. I have had really good luck with Paula's Choice. Again, it's a brand that does pretty good sales around the holidays, but I just don't know that I'm going to purchase enough to really necessarily make it worth it. And the other thing that I thought is if I buy this now, because I am almost out of my pharmacy, like, you know, when you've got one of those airtight pumps and it's hard to tell how much you have left because the packaging is a little weighty, I'm like, one of these days it's going to be like, and I'm going to be really sad. So I can try this now, and it gives me enough time. You know, I'll get a couple weeks out of trying this to see if I do want to pick up another pharmacy in the Black Friday sales. It's a technique. I have a vision. So that is the one skincare item I'm going to pick up. If you know me, I said that I was not going to pick up any skincare for the rest of this year. When I did my like makeup goals, when I did my skincare organization, I was like, this is why I made this as a goal. But the things that I run out of. And I don't have any other vitamin C serums right now, so I do need to pick one up, and it's going to be good timing. So I'm not breaking my goals, at least not in that. The other product that I have in my cart right now, and I think I'm going to take it out, is the Henry Rose Fragrance Discovery Set. So I have been very curious to try these. It's $28. I just have so many samples for one thing. Also the Olfactif 25% off sale is going on right now. So I'm probably going to spend some fragrance money in that arena. I already have that other set in here. I need to cool it. I need to not with the samples. I've just been very curious about this brand, but it's just not a need right now. I'm going to pop it back into my loves list. I'll sit on it for a little while. We'll see, right? Like, how much fragrance does a person need? Evidently more than I have right now, since I'm planning on buying one in this sale. Oof. Okay. I think that is it. I think that's it. I think that's enough. You've probably watched a couple other videos and already gotten some helpful tips, hints. Let me know down below. Let me know what you are planning on picking up. If there's anything that you think I would really love, if you've tried any of these products and you have similar feelings or different feelings, please let the community know down in the comments. So thank you, lovelies, for taking some time out of your day to spend it with me. This was probably a long one. I was trying not to make it long, but they always end up so long. So I really appreciate it. I seriously do. Again, if you do click any of the links down below, I will earn a small commission if you do complete your sale off of that. And again, while it's really exciting to like talk about the things we love, like really share our wish lists, I do think that this sale can tend to breed overspending. So I just want to like take a moment to, you know, encourage all of us, myself included, to pick up the things that we think are really going to bring us joy, or gifts that are going to bring other people's joy, but also think about other retailers where you could get a good deal, you know, because there are going to be so many sales. So again, kind of think through it a little bit. I hope that this has been helpful. Again, that value sets video, if you're curious about the value of some of the value sets, I'll have that link down below as well. All right, lovelies, I will see you really soon.